Hi guys, how are you? I hope everything is okay and I hope everyone is doing well. As you may already know, since March 28, Cebu City has been placed under enhanced community quarantine. So mag 4 months na ta karong July 28 since nag-start ang atong ECQ diri sa Cebu. Though we were under GCQ for 15 days, but here we are. COVID cases is rising every day with no end, no cure, and no medicine in sight for now. But before anything else, I would like to extend my warmest appreciation and salute to all our frontliners who are tirelessly doing everything that they can para ma-flatten ang curve. Amping mo mga sir, mga ma'am, and do know that we appreciate everything that you do. During this pandemic, I would like to think that our government is doing everything that they can to help each and every one of us. But we all know that no one of us was ever ready for this. Just like everyone else, daghan sad kaayo ko masulti nga negative. But most of the time, I chose not to. Pero nagid usahay nga dili mapugnan. Diba? Nagi mga topics na kung makabasa ta, urigor gid atong utok. So di gid mapugnan nga maka-react ta. So in this video, I would like to do something different. I would like to talk about ideas that as a normal citizen we think na basin makatabang during this time of crisis. I will share to you mine, and please take note that this is my own opinion, and I am not saying that my opinion is correct. If you have your own ideas, please comment below and let us start a healthy discussion. Okay? So today, we are going to talk about applying technology to contact tracing. You might ask, what is contact tracing? According to Google, contact tracing is the process of identifying, assessing, and managing people who have been exposed to a disease to prevent onward transmission. When systematically applied, contact tracing will break the chains of transmission of COVID-19 and is essential and is an essential public health tool for controlling the virus. Contact tracing for COVID-19 requires identifying people who may have been exposed to COVID-19 and following them up daily for 14 days from the last point of exposure. So basically, ang contact tracing is a way for us to know kung kinsa to ang mga tao na naka-encounter or na-interact with an individual who is exposed or positive with the COVID-19 virus. Okay. So, we will talk on how we can automate this. Okay. So, muna siyang ato ang goal for this video. So, the Cebu City government, just like all the other LGUs, came up with the ECQ pass. The original one, not the current pass with the QR code, which for my own opinion has caused more confusion. Again, that's my own opinion. To determine citizens who are allowed to go outside and set up parameters like sa edad na pwede gamit sa pass, dili pwede ang mga senior citizen, and dili sad pwede ang mga minors, di ba? So muna siya ang original na setup sa katong QR pass na ECQ pass kaniya. Tagkato ganing gamay na green, di ba? So klaro jud kayo ang rules ato nga. One ECQ pass per household, di ba? And ang pwede ra gid mo gamit kay people who are not senior citizen and who are not minors. So meaning individuals who are aged 21 to 59. Mura na sila ang pwede mo gamit sa ECQ pass. Okay? Klaro? So, if you think about it, sakto na kayo ang parameters na set, di ba? So, I think it was already effective. For me lang na, again, for me lang na. So how can we add technology or how can we do contact tracing na pwede mo go hand in hand sa ato ang ECQ pass? Okay, so here are my three ideas on how to do contact tracing. Number one, with the use of smartphones. We can do almost everything now with our smartphones. We can do more complicated processes and transactions with it. With the use of smartphones, we can develop or use a government-sanctioned app, not just any other ordinary app, na pwede natong i-install sa atong mga phones nga mo record sa mga tao nga atong makastorya or masugat or makauban sa isa ka lugar. The application will check via Bluetooth if na active signal within, let's say, 2 meters or 6 feet. This can be very useful. Okay, without doing anything, your data will be recorded automatically. And there are even apps nga pwede mo hatag og signal or mo alert if your distance between the other one who has the same application nga naka-on, mo alert siya if your distance is already less than the 2 meters or the 6 feet na social distancing requirement. Diba? Together with the ECQ pass, diba? Mora pwede when you go to a border checkpoint or kanang any checkpoints that we have in our community, mo na yung ipakita. Then together with the applications, you can actually already store data. Diba? If implemented correctly, the government can automatically generate reports sa tanang tao that a suspected COVID-19 patient came into contact with, which will give the government accurate data kung kinsa dapat ang i-monitor. Diba? Pretty sweet, right? Dali ra kayo. Why singot? Why dagang storya? So for example, ako, na ako ani nga app and I belong to a category kanang gitawag nato ron na APOR or authorized persons outside residence, since I work for an establishment for a logistics company, shipping and logistics company. So if I were to go out, then ako ani nga app, then I go to a grocery store niya. So every time na ay same tao nga i-add ako, makadetect ang app sad mo, detect siya, mo record siya nga nakasugat niya, and if simbako, it comes to a point na positive ko, diba? Pwede na dayon with the use of the app, pwede na dayon ma-generate sa government ang mga tao na akong nakasugat o nakastorya during ato nga certain period, diba? Di lang siya limited to a certain place, di lang siya pwede, diba? So tanang lugar nga akong atuan, pwede nila ma-generate. The problem is, yes, nindot siya, diba? Nindot siya, but there is a problem. There is always a problem. The problem is that this means na kita tanan dapat na a smartphone. Though murag sa panahon karon lisod kayo imagine nga naay tao nga wala maggamit og smartphones. But we have to admit the reality that dili tanan naay budget para mo palit og smartphones. There are other people who uses a regular phone, katurang regular nga call and text phones for their daily needs, di ba? Kanya lang hagi mga tao nga doesn't need kanang mga smartphone para maka-open ng Facebook or any other applications. All they want is a regular phone wherein they can call and text. And there are also people na wala gyud cellphone. Yes, naagya po tao nga walay cellphone. Also, aside from that, please correct me if I'm wrong, but Bluetooth communication between iOS and Android smartphones is not possible as of the moment. There was a news last April that iOS and Android will work hand in hand to solve this problem. An API was supposed to be released last May, so this means nga pwede na unta to mag-communicate ang Bluetooth sa iPhone with the Bluetooth of the Android. So meaning sa karon manggod I've already tried this out. Sa karon manggod, na ay mga contact tracing app na available for Android but dili siya available for iOS. Also vice versa, na ay mga applications nga available sa iOS nga dili sad available for iPhone. For Android. Kay naam good slide, I think dili pa maka-communicate via Bluetooth ang duha. Di sila pwede magkita. Again, sa mga tao di nga mas sweeto pa kaysa nako, please correct me if I'm wrong. Comment below if you know more information about this. Okay? Also, this would require the government to develop or implement its own app na pwede magamit sa tanan. Okay? Pwede magamit sa mga frontliners, sa mga establishments nga pwede mo operate para ni siya ma-possible. Why? Why not use applications nga readily available sa market? It's because, simple, we need to be able to use the data. Di ba? So, if we just use an application na ma-download na nimo diha sa Apple Store or App Store or sa Play Store, there is a possibility nga ang ngadto sa administration nga side or walay administration side wherein walay maka-generate og reports para mabuhat nato ang contact tracing. Diba? Again, if you have more information about this, please don't hesitate to comment below. Number 2 is with the use of RFID or radio frequency identification. RFID uses electromagnetic fields to automatically identify and track tags attached to an object or an individual. So, how can RFID be used for contact tracing? Together with the ECQ pass, each qualified individuals needs to be issued an RFID card. Diba? Kailan man siguro mag-RFID card. There are companies that uses kada ganing murag ID cards lang na pwede rin mo i-tap somewhere na para timekeeping mo tatak na dayon ang imong ID number dito sa machine, then the time in and imong time out, di ba? So same cards. So ang buhaton is together with the ECQ pass katong karaan, isyuhan ang katong mga qualified individuals, katong dili mga minor o dili mga senior, tagaan sila atong cards para dapat i-register to, di ba? Ang katong specific na RFID cards i-issue dapat ibasa on a certain device, then i-register ang information sa katong tao nga naka-assign ang card, di ba? So when he goes out together with the ECQ pass, if he goes to an establishment, dapat sa establishment there should also be RFID readers nga ma-set up, di ba? So when the individual goes there, mo-tap lang sila sa ID or mo-tap lang sila sa card, di kaya nila need ipagawas lang wallet, pwede rin lang wallet ang i-tap, or they have another protective pouch or something, tap nila, ma-record na dayon, di ba? So dili lang siya pareha ka targeted as the mobile phone, kay katumagong sa smartphones, ikuan man ang certain tao, tao 1, tao 2 niya kung magduol, or within the range lang siya, mabasa na din siya, di ba? Dili man siya nana, kuan lang siya specific. So for example, ako moadto ko og mall or grocery again, before I go in, I tap the card, then moadto na sa kusulod sa kuan sa another place, mo tap na sa ko, igawas na ko, mo tap out sa ko, diba? So mura na siyang idea. For example, sa usa ka opisina, sa usa ka office, there are, example sa mga office, there are 3 floors, in each floors na ay divided into offices, diba? So if we have RFID readers, or if we issue RFID cards or each of the employees, and we set up RFID readers on strategic locations. Pwede ra gyud nga exode nila, pwede sila mo-tap, inigawas na pwede sila mo-tap, or we can use the katong long-range scanners or mid-range scanners nga agi nimo sa certain lugar, mubasa na din sila automatic og RFID frequencies without the need of tapping. So ma-store na din ang data. So if there is a case nga naay empleyado nga mag-positive, so all we have to do is generate the report, and pwede na mo ma-generate ang report by location nga asa ang mga location na gisudlan aning tao nga naa aning RFID cards, and pwede sad namo ma-generate ang list of individuals nga naa sa ana nga location together with the katong infected, diba, sa certain specific date, specific time. So which is also applicable sa atong mga public places. So if we put RFID devices sa ng City Hall or sa mga hospitals or sa mga sa mga grocery store or unsa pa ng mga establishments that are authorized to operate, example diri within the barangay, if we go to example kaning mga delivery services nato, kaning mga Food Panda, Grab, Lalamove, kani sila, they basically go anywhere, di ba? But we don't know, possible, I'm not saying na it is true, but it's possible na infected na sila, but sige kung sila suroy, di ba? So mas mayong gula na ato, for example, they go to Jollibee and pick up the orders, they have to tap in, and pwede na dahil ma-record ilang data dito, and kung kinsam ito ilang mga kuyog dito at that time, ma-retrieve sa nato ang record, diba? So mas dali ang pag-trace kung kinsa ang mga tao nga possible exposed, diba? Taas na kaya akong explanation. So the problem is, again, there is always a problem. The problem is RFID cards and readers are expensive. But if implemented properly and at the hands of experts, this can be a very effective tool. For me, this can be more reliable than using smartphones. Okay. So, akong gisulti ganina nga ang smartphone kay specific siya, but nagtesting magug ko, ako ang Android phone and ang Android phone sa akong wife, akong insulan sa same app ni akong kuan ba gisukod-sukod gani kung unsa sila ka layo mubasa nya, dugay kay mubasa, dugay kay makadetect ang katong mga apps nga naaday another smartphone with using the same app na naa sa ang lugar, diba? Sometimes it took murag ni take siya og 2 or 1 minute to 2 minutes o na siya nakadetect na naay tapad, and it's possible man good na example naka sa grocery store, we don't really stay at one place, di ba, na dugay kay you tend to roam around to get the things that you want to buy, except na lang kung naa ka sa line. So that would be that would be ideal. But again, the concept of the RFID is mas dali siya. I mean, it's easier to implement, though expensive again. Kaya at least inigsud mo sa usa ka area, for example in a grocery store, kuha naman nato, maka-generate naman tag report kung kinsa ang mga tao nga naa lang lugar at a specific date and specific time. I hope it makes sense. Again, if you have more idea about this, please comment below and let us talk more about it. Okay? Number 3, QR code. QR code, or the quick response code, works in the same way as a barcode at the supermarket. But unlike regular barcode, the QR code can store more information composed of numbers and characters converted into blocks, squares, and dots, which represents a certain piece of information. When the code is scanned, it can be translated into information that's something a human can read. So before they ko mo proceed, magpahibaw lang ko nga nag-prepare day ko og script kung unsa akong isulti. Okay, na ako'y naghimo na ko daan sa akong istorya para at least naatay kuha lang ba, natay flow, or dili ko mawala kay usay magsige na lang kung istorya. Okay, the new ECQ pass that the Cebu City government is currently distributing uses the same technology, but may I say the implementation is lacking. Sorry kayo ha, again, sorry kayo, but I think the idea is good, but the implementation is lacking. If I were the one to implement it, ang akong button kay would be to use the old ECQ pass kay April pa man siguro to. Murag April pa to na distribute ang atong mga ECQ pass, and we've been using it, and I think it was how do I say it, I think it was already doing its job, kaso lang ni saka lang gito maayo ang ato ang kaso, because we were atugod ato ni convert ato GCQ, diba? But I think the old ECQ pass was already doing its job. All we had to do was to issue the QR code. So instead nga kanang atong gigamit karon kanang bond paper size nga ECQ pass with the QR code nga hanap kayo, nagiuban nga dili ma-scan, but when you do scan it, ang imong makuha is katuras ang ECQ pass or yung code nga naa sa ilawom sa barcode. You don't even get any other information. Also, the government uses simple lang barcode reader that you can download online. So I'm sorry. Again, this is only my opinion. I think it doesn't serve the purpose. Okay, it doesn't serve the purpose. So if I would be the one to ask kung unsa ang paggamit is mo said the bond paper, we use a regular sticker paper wherein we can print multiple QR codes at one page, diba? Kung nakay A4 size na sticker paper, then you print 2x2 size na QR code. I think you can print at least 10, if I'm not mistaken, 10 QR codes, diba? Mas daghan kang matagan. I mean, mas daghan kang qualified or households nga matagaan. Unlike karon na nagkuwang gid ang atong mga bag-o nga ECQ pass. So ang nahitabo kay instead nga one household one ECQ pass, ang naay mga sityo karon nga nag-share sila sa mga ECQ pass, which I think is more prone to contamination or kanang matakdan ka, di ba? Kay magpasa-pasa man ka sa imong ECQ pass. I mean, again, it's only my opinion, ha? So how would it be implemented? So basically it would be the same as the RFID, di ba? So again, the QR codes, itong sticker will be given sa household. Butanta lang diri sa amo ang balay na upat na may kabuok, but ako and akong wife belongs to the upper, so we don't really need the QR pass, I mean the QR codes. For example, nami usa ka silang duha sa among kauban diri sa balay would need to go out, diba? We only have one ECQ pass, so usa ra nila ang pwede magawas, diba? But inigawas nila, they have their own QR codes. When they go to the border checkpoint, scan to a QR code using a government sanctioned or an application that is developed and implemented by the government na pwede mo scan, that it would get the information and store the information sa tao nga niagi, diba? So mas gamit siya, mas naa siya sense ba nga scan mo, ma-save ang mabasa ang information kung kinsa ka, at the same time malog siya sa date and time ug asa ka nga location nga niagi. And also again, you go to the establishments na, example, grocery store. So since pwede naman ni siya, pwede naman tayo magamit ani og pwede naman ma-develop ang government og application, Android application na pwede pa-implement sa mga stores. So pwede na sad again scan using the application na ma-store dayon automatic ang imuhang record or imong data kung unsa ka oras ni sud ug unsa ka oras ni gawas, same as the RFID cards. Kung imong hunanaon, actually this is the most practical implementation na pwede nato buhaton, as it is not impossible to do. This is really so i-deploy, this is really so i-develop. Also, dili sad siya expensive, diba? I mean, you can use a regular sticker paper, A4 size, and you can use a regular inkjet printer na makaprint ani nga mga QR codes. I mean, again, it's just my opinion since sa nakabuhat naman ko ani before, okay? We created QR or barcodes or QR codes using an inkjet printer. Di ba? So, those are my 3 ideas. So, number 1 is with the use of smartphones. Number 2 is with the use of RFID or radio frequency identification. And number 3 is with the use of QR codes. So, what do you think? Diba? If you think there are more ideas, or if you can add more information sa akong mga na bat aning video, please comment below and let's see where this goes. And if you think that we should create another video like this, please don't forget to hit that like button and share maybe. If na-upload ko ni sa YouTube, I hope you also click on that subscribe button. If okay lang sad, ba? If dili, okay ra sad. So I will not, di na ako magdugay, diri lang takutob kay mobalik na ko sa work. Okay, so this is Mon Angeles. I would like to tell everyone to please stay safe, stay healthy. Kung dili kailangan mo gawas sa balay, please don't go out. Okay, so I agree with the government right now. All we can do is stay at home. Okay, if dili gid necessary mo gawas, please ayaw la gawas. Okay, until next video, if na pa yung next video, peace.